Hello everybody and welcome back to another lesson. I know you missed them. So today I brought to you 30 extremely useful expressions in Brazilian Portuguese that might save your life in some situations when you go to Brazil, because I know you want to go to Brazil, and I know you are going to go to Brazil and you're going to enjoy there a lot. So our first situation here, without wasting too much time, please, before we proceed, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Leave in the comments down below the types of classes you would like to see here, because I'm going to make an effort to bring them to you. So first, when you need help, good. I hope you can see this clearly. Wow, my super visual effect here. All right, so when we talk about needing help, here are some things you can say. And I want you to listen and repeat with me. Number one, oi, tudo bem? That means, hi, everything good? And now the question that follows is, você pode me dar uma ajuda? This means you can, myself, give a help. That's the literal meaning of it. But basically, can you give me some help? Or can you help me? Let's repeat. Você pode me dar uma ajuda? Now, note that give, me dar. Pode, you can. Now, in Portuguese, we do not put the verb in front of the person in order to make a question. We just change our intonation. So I'm going to give you an example. If I wanted to say just an affirmative sentence saying, you can help me, I would say, você pode me dar uma ajuda? Now, when I ask a question, I say, você pode me dar uma ajuda? No, 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 no. See my face? That gives all the meaning you need. Alright, so repeat after me. Oi, tudo bem? Você pode me dar uma ajuda? Good. Now, the second one, I said it was going to be expressions, but I'm bringing you sentences and expressions. Because expressions without a sentence example, to me, it doesn't make any sense for you to learn. Oi, você se importa de me dar uma ajuda? Now, here I'm saying, do you mind giving me some help? Or do you mind giving me a little hand or something? So, oi, you already know what it is. Você se importa? Do you mind? Now, you're also going to note that in Portuguese, we don't have such a thing as do to make questions. Like I said before, we just change our intonation. So, você se importa? Do you mind yourself? Se importa basically means mind yourself of giving me a hand. I'm trying to translate it literally so you can try to match the words with English, but not always you're going to be able to do that. So let's repeat this one. Oi, você se importa de me dar uma ajuda? Good. Now, here, sometimes you're going to meet somebody who's a woman or a man on the streets, and then you can call them, usually a young woman and a young man, say, I don't know, 50-something. Well, anyway, a lot of people don't like to be called here. The translation for ma'am would be senhora, and sir would be senhor. But sometimes people, when they're in their 60s, you talk to them like, hi, ma'am. They're going to be like, oh, don't call me ma'am. Because there's something, sometimes people say that when you call them senhora, it's almost like Nossa Senhora. That would be our the mother of Jesus. So people say, "Oh, Senhora is in heaven," something like that. Just for you to understand, they don't want you to call them that because it sounds old or something. I don't know. Moço, moça. So that's a nice way to call. And if you call another person moço or moça, they're gonna be flattered, you know? So, oi moço for a guy, oi moça for a woman. Posso te pedir uma ajuda? Can I ask you for help? So, here, basically what we're saying is this, can. Now, we're not saying eu posso, like I can or can I, because posso is a conjugation of the verb for the person I. So everyone that hears this already know you're saying eu posso. So, posso te pedir, ask yourself a help. That's the literal meaning. Of course, you're not going to say that in English. But, so repeat with me. Oi, moço. Posso te pedir uma ajuda? Good. Now let's do it for the lady as well. Oi, moça. Posso te pedir uma ajuda? Good. Now, here I put two expressions that are very useful to use always when you're going to talk to somebody you don't know or you're going to ask something you don't know. You can put this in the end of a sentence like, você se importa de me dar uma ajuda por gentileza? That means the same as por favor, like please. So, por favor, repeat. That means please. Por gentileza. Por gentileza. That's the same thing. So sometimes people put this in front of the sentence and sometimes at the end of the sentence. Say, for example, I want to say to you, please, can you sit down? Like you can't be standing here, you know? So I can say, por gentileza, o senhor poderia sentar? So, por gentileza, por favor. You can use both of these at the end or at the beginning. So, I said in the end before, at the end. I don't know. I get lost in prepositions. So, por favor, moça. You're not going to say, please, hi. Of course, you wouldn't say that in English, so you're not going to say that in Portuguese as well. Say, please, hi. Now, if you say hi, then you do the please, the por favor, por gentileza at the end. All right, so that's our number one. I hope you have been able to repeat it. So now, when you need directions, good. Again, now this one, when you're interrupting people, you can also use in the examples I told you before, but it's good to say, com licença. That means, excuse me. Can I ask you a question? Excuse me, can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. So, com licença, repeat. Com licença. Você sabe, do you know, onde fica, where is, o, a. Now here we have masculine words that could follow or feminine words that could follow. Now in this case, I said Praia Grande. It's a common name of a beach here. I guess there are different places in Brazil with the same beach name, which means big, grande, beach, praia. So, do you know where big beach is? Now, this verb, fica, is the same as stay. We say in Portuguese, stay quiet, fica quieto. So, você sabe onde fica? Repeat after me. Praia Grande? A Praia Grande? Now, onde means where. Let's go to the next one. Você sabe como faço para chegar no centro? Or na Catedral de São Pedro? No, I don't know what that word is. Você sabe, do you know? Como faço? How, like, I'm going to translate it literally, so you try to grasp the meaning and then I'll give you the real meaning of it. But do you know how I make to get in downtown? Basically, that's what we're saying. I know that might not make sense to you, but basically what we're saying here is, do you know how I get to the city center? Or how can I get to the city center? That's what it is. So, or how can I go downtown or something? So, chegar, get, that's the same verb as we say, as you say in English, arrive. Do you know how faço is make? Now, again, it's the conjugation for I. Eu faço. I do. Since I'm already saying faço, that only serves I, so everyone knows I'm talking about I, myself. So, repeat after me. Você sabe como faço para to get no centro? That means in downtown or in the city center. Now, here I put another example as if you were using a feminine word, because downtown is a masculine word. Now, San Pedro Cathedral. So, São Pedro, Saint is São. Pedro, Pedro. So that would be in na Catedral de São Pedro. Catedral, cathedral. Repeat, catedral. Catedral. Nice. And yeah, you deserve to go through this and find it hard to pronounce this word, because when we are trying to learn English, cathedral is a very hard word to pronounce. So we're even now. Let's repeat the whole sentence. Você sabe como faço para chegar na Catedral de São Pedro? Well, later you can review the video and then play it slower and repeat it as many times as you want. Now, next one. Você poderia me explicar? Could you explain myself? Basically, it makes no sense in English, but I'm just trying to connect words here for you. So, você poderia me explicar o caminho, the way, até o mercado mais próximo? Until the nearest grocery store or supermarket. So, mais próximo means nearest. The nearest place, right? So, now, could you, você poderia, so, can you, você pode, could you, você poderia. Now, repeat after me. Now, again, we have a, o here, because if it's a feminine noun, you're gonna have to use a. So in this case, market is masculine, supermarket and grocery store, all right? So, repeat. Você poderia me explicar o caminho até o mercado mais próximo? So, próximo, near, close. All right? And our last one here, você sabe onde? Do you know where? Posso, again, that implies I can, since posso is only used for I, then I don't have to say I can only say posso. Você sabe onde posso encontrar caixa 24 horas? That means, do you know where I can find a 24-hour cashier? That's what we call an ATM machine in Brazil, a 24-hour cashier. Isn't that right? There's nothing to do with the person there waiting for you. Mostly because in Brazil, a person waiting for you with money at a bank at night, that would be very dangerous. So, let's repeat this after me. Você sabe onde posso encontrar caixa 24 horas? And I know you might think, if you already know a little bit about Portuguese, you might think, well, caixa also means box and also means cashier. But you think box is uma caixa, right? It's a feminine word. Why are you saying caixa? I think it's because it refers to a cashier. And a cashier in Brazil is a masculine word. So, caixa, right? Now, repeating for the last time. Você sabe onde posso encontrar caixa 24 horas? So 24 hour or 24 hours is 24 horas. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you now because this class is gonna become too long. So I will continue in part 2 of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed this. Also, make sure you comment down below so I know if you're liking these lessons. Otherwise, I won't make them because it takes a lot of time to make them. And I really want to bring more content that you want to learn. And if you just allow me to know in the comments down below the things you want to learn, I can possibly bring them here to you. So thank you so much again. I apologize for any jokes I might have made because that's the way I am, and I like teaching with jokes. So thank you so much, and as usual, my friends, I'll see you in my next Brazilian Portuguese class, and I wait for you in Brazil one day. Bye bye.